The Edit Details screen is where you're going to edit game details that are going to be shown to site shoppers in the shop view of your game. From the Game Management screen, click on the Edit Details button. This will take you to the Edit Game Details screen. At the top of the screen are some basics fields. Here you should enter the name or the title of your game, and if you'd like, what edition this game is. In the Players fields, you should enter the number of players that this game is designed for, and in the Playtime field, indicate an average playtime for this game. The Age field is where you can indicate an appropriate age group for your game. Further down the screen is the Pricing field. In the Price field, you can enter the amount you would like to sell your game for. When you click out of the fields, the game crafter will calculate the profit that you would make if you sold your game at that price. And down towards the bottom of the screen, you'll see some taxonomy fields. The values that you assign to these fields from the drop-down menus are going to aid in the searchability of your games on the site. For example, in the Game Crafter shop, shoppers can search for games based on genre, and if they choose humor, this game would show up in the search results. Back up at the top of the screen on the right-hand side, you're going to see some marketing fields. The first field is a tagline. The tagline is going to show at the top of the shop view underneath the title of your game. This should be a catchy phrase for your game that's going to attract people to it and make them want to learn more. There are also 3 cool factor fields. Here you can indicate 3 things about your game that make it cool. Further down the screen is the description field. This is where you can enter a paragraph or 2 about your game. This isn't intended to be a place to list instructions for your game. Instead, it's an introduction to your game and the premises behind it so that people understand what your game is all about. Towards the bottom of the screen, you'll find a website field. If you have a business or personal website that you'd like to direct people to where they can learn more about you, your games, or other games that you've created, you can enter the URL here. There's also a Board Game Geek Game ID field. If your game is on the Board Game Geek website, you can enter its unique ID in this field. In the shop view of your game, there will be a Board Game Geek icon that site visitors can click on to be directed to your game on the Board Game Geek website. At the bottom of the screen is game header formatting, and you have 2 options here. In the Edit Images screen of the game publisher, you're going to be uploading an image that's used as a backdrop for your game in the shop view. You're going to want to keep in mind whether or not that image is primarily dark or primarily light. The game title and tagline are going to be displayed on top of that image. So if your image is going to be darker in color, you'll want to choose the white text option. If that backdrop image is lighter in color, you'll probably want to go with black text. When you're done, you can click on the Back to Game button towards the top of the screen, and this will take you back to the Game Management screen. If you want to see what all these details look like in the shop view for your game, you can click on the View in Shop button from the Game Management screen. That will take you to the shop view of your game so you can see a preview of this game. So the title and tagline are up on top in white, and the other details that you entered are below it towards the middle of the screen. So here you can see designer, publish date, edition, and then some of the taxonomy fields as well. Cool factors and description are going to be displayed further down the screen.